All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
Rightio legends, Chaos Chronicles, and we're back again with another video. And so today, I actually have found it. I have found the long lost missing Chopper and Eric Bana video. So for some reason, this video was erased from the internet, and I don't know why. It's an absolute crack up. And so this is pre the Chopper movie. So it's absolutely just gold Chopper content, and unique in its own Chopper ability to make people love this guy more and more. Like, this guy is an absolute character, and you've just got to respect what he did and what he done with his life, and the big turnaround, like crazy stuff. But let's get into it. Chopper Read lost footage. Also, guys, a lot of you people, or some of you people, might have had the chance to see this back in the day before it was deleted. And but just know, I have, unlike the other Chopper video, I have added my own bits and made this, a bit of my own style. So Also, guys, if you haven't already subscribed, jump down there, shoot me a subscription. That'd be absolutely appreciated. I am the Chaos Chronicles, and this is what we do: talk about everything crime and prison in Australia. Rightio, let's go. Chopper lost footage.
They said to me, "You will stay in H Division until the day, you will rot in H Division." I said, "I'll be out of here this afternoon."
So what age? 20s? 30s?
I was 23. Oh, I'm doing that too. Anyway, I said, "No, you won't." I said, "Yes, I will." I said, "No, you won't." I said, "Yes, I will." Went back to the yard. They had this National Geographic on prosthesis. Yeah. Bloke had a false hand made out of stainless steel. I said, "I'll cut my bloody hand off with that sheet of tin over there that was against the wall, and I'll get a hook put on my hand." They said, "You idiot, they're not going to let you have a hook on your hand in jail. You get a hook when you get out." I said, "Oh, correct the mundo." Right? So I said, "Off it is. Get a razor blade." So Kevin Taylor, the bloke that shot Pat Shannon, got a razor blade. He wrapped it in toilet paper. Comes up to me. I said, "No, I'm sitting there. Go." He's like this. Oh, I said, "Oh, for God's sake." I said, "Just rip him off. That really hurts." He's like this, didn't want to hurt me. He was like this, being oh so delicate.
Is he in front of you?
Well, he's in front of you? He's here,
yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
And I've got my arms folded.
Yeah.
Like this. And he's like this. And I said, "Get with the program. Get them on. What are you doing? Oh." And he went, "Go." I said, the other one. And he went, oh. And he went, and everyone freaked out.
How many people were in there?
Yeah, 6.
About 6. And what do they do? They jumped up on the benches.
Well, that was all in the shower yard. They're all up on the shower bench where everyone, this little bench people shower.
Which yard was it?
Number 1 shower yard.
Is that the one that's on the side that's covered over?
As soon as you work down the tunnel,
it's
the first door.
Yeah.
First door on your right.
Yeah.
That's number 1 shower yard.
Yeah.
And I got a towel, put it over my head, like that.
Yeah.
I could feel all this hot water coming out. It's like hot water. It wasn't hot water, it was blood.
Yeah.
And so I started spinning out a bit. And Kevin Taylor picked the ears up. He picks the bloody blade up. He gives me the bloody blade. And I got the blade.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Oh, listen," and then he's rushing out trying to say, "Oh, I'll get the blade off him, sir." Chopper cut his ears off. And I'm going, "Yeah, I'll cut my ears off," because old Taylor would have gotten into heaps of trouble.
So you know what I think the best bit about this is? I think that so many people wrote Chopper off and said that all this stuff that he was saying was just a character that he portrayed after the movie. And so people were saying he pretty much was being the character that Eric Bana played. And I think that just this proves the total opposite. This just proves that man has been the same character since the very start. If you've been reading his books, following the news, following everything since the 1980s, you will know that Chopper Read was this person 100% before the movie came out. And I think, as this goes on, you will see more and more that he absolutely was, you know, the person that he says he was, and was absolutely 100%, and wasn't, you know, pretending to be the character who Eric Bana played.
So when will it be out?
Well, when it's going to be out is in the year 2000.
Oh, don't give me the date.
I'm serious.
What, you and me are sitting here surrounded by chooks for a movie that's going to be out in the year 2000? You are kidding me. You are kidding me. The year 2000?
Year 2000.
The year 2000? Can you believe that? You agreed to do a movie that's going to come out in the year 2000?
It'll be a good year, mate.
You fucking well want to be. For Australian film.
But it's not unusual, Mark. You know, a film like Shine, that's 8 years. 8 years in development and shooting.
Shine. Yeah.
Just being there.
Honestly, I'm not being critical or anything, but honestly, once you get the funding, I would rock and roll with great haste. How can people, or the people Eric was associated with, punch out a good movie, right? Not a bad film, very Australian film, in no time flat, and it takes you to the year 2000. Hey. Year 2000.
Oh, come on, mate. Don't be like that.
Just take him up the chook shit now, toss eggs at him. I'd like to be alive to see this fucking film.
Oh, you'll be alive.
God, mate, anything can fucking happen. Is this the first time he's mentioned it to you? I'm going hoarse. You just had me do the Hookie the cripple one. I like to do a Paul Hansen video. By the time you said this video, we'll be dead. I'll be fucking dead from waiting around. Nah, well...
It does sound a long way away when you say year 2000.
No, hang on.
You mean end of next year?
Well, basically we are talking... Oh shit, no, that's fucking 2 years.
So this is the same chopper that I met in person in Collingwood with Frankie Wagon. The exact same person. I met him many times, and like it's the exact same person. And yeah, I think too many people write him off, but what an absolute legend. But I think there he was kind of letting off that he knew that because he died from a massive tumor in his stomach, he was letting off there like I want to be alive for it to be out, you know. And he died in 2013 or 2014. I think it was 2013. So that was only, you know, maybe 13 to 15 years after that. So I'm thinking maybe he knew something was going on. Now I'm just putting it out there saying that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, who knows? But what an absolute character. You can't deny it.
I mean, you know, they had the money. And they had bloody too much of it. And they live like pigs. You know, you can walk into a biggest heroin dealer in the western suburbs. You can walk into his house, and if you saw a turd sitting on the lounge room floor, it wouldn't be the first dirty thing you'd notice. You understand? It wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first dirty thing you'd notice. I mean, he had last year's Weet-Bix dishes still sitting in the sink.
Yeah.
I mean, this bloke lived like an animal, like a pig. He had 6 or 7 TV sets stacked on top of each other. The first one was broken. He put a new one on top of that and plugged that in. And then that had broke. He put it in this insanity. And I walk in there, there's 4 TV sets stacked on top of it. But the top one worked. The other ones had been kicked in because of football games he didn't like. So he'd shoot the TV set, you know. And madness, you know, insanity.
Yeah.
You know?
Who lived with him? Did someone live with him?
He had a wife who was a heroin addict.
Mm.
You know. I mean, these people had a lot of money, but they lived like animals. And they were fair game. They couldn't organise a fucking brothel, you know. So I made a fortune out of these characters. Yeah? I used to walk around there and I used to just say, listen, here you go, here you hold them for cash. I'm a bit broke. And so I can't help you. Well, so, you know, and I,
Did you do it just like that?
I knew they had the money.
Yeah. But you're very polite and friendly.
So listen, you're making a fortune selling heroin all over the western suburbs. You know, I haven't come to ask you for your redundancy package. You know, I haven't come to ask you for your widowed mother's pension. You know, I'm asking you for 10 grand out of the 60 I know you just picked up on Sunday. Oh, they didn't like parting with it. Oh, God, they didn't like parting with it. They very well did part with it, but, you know. But oh, that's right. But they did part with it. Oh, they loathed parting with it. But it would suit the same blokes from my club on Sunday, you know.
Right. And how would they be then?
Oh, but they've all got a gang there with them. Ready to rock and roll. Yeah.
And what happens then?
I just walk up and say, how are you boys? I'll throw a few bob on the bar. Like, would you like a drink? Would you like a drink? You may as well, it's your money. Well, they hated me, you know. But it's like you go to jail, you're sitting there worried about your wife, worried about your family, you've got 7 years, bloody well crying this sort of amount of time. The bloke that hands out the clothes is giving you shit to wear. The bloke that hands out the radios is giving you a busted radio. The bloke that hands out the TV sets is giving you a busted TV set. You don't know nothing how the jail works, it's just surrounded by people. You go to clean your teeth and someone's pinched your toothbrush. You know, you go to your cell and someone's going to get someone shit on your bed just because you're on your own, you've got no friends. It's an animal place, right? Suddenly, a bloke with no ears walks up to you. What's your name? Oh, my name's Eric. How tall are you, Eric? Oh, 6'2". How much do you weigh? I'm in a kilo. Eric, you punched the cunt out of half this fucking jar. What are you sitting there with tears in your eyes for? Oh, my wife. Oh, there's blokes over there, you know, they come from where I live. They reckon they owe money and blah, 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 blah. I'll tell you what, Eric, you don't look like a bad bloke. I'll go over and sort them blokes out for you. We'll fix this problem up for you. So I go to work with these blokes. I talk to them. My favourite trick was, I used to go up to them and I'd say, "See that bloke over there?" I said, "I like that bloke. He's going to be a new member of my crew. He's a fucking idiot." Well, he won't be an idiot in about 2 months' time after you stabbed about 20 of you. Because I intend to arm him up. Right? I says, and that idiot over there crying, who you cunts have been standing over, is going to be in my crew. And I'm going to give him a bloody great big tomahawk. And I says, what's more, you're not going to be sending your mates around to pick up his whack wife. And all this money he reckon he owes you. That's cancelled. It's cancelled. By the way, how is your mother in Preston Street, Ascot Vale? Is she well? Is she? You want to rock and roll? Let's party. No. All right. That idiot over there is now in my crew. And I'm going to arm him up in about 20 minutes' time, right? And I'm going to tell him if he wants to stab the guts out of you, there'll be no comeback. Will there? No. Look, this has gone too far. No, look, no. We only had a blue with the bloke on the outside. Look, we thought he'd give us up. Over that armed robbery. No, we could be wrong, you know. And I've got no trouble with his wife. It's only Bill who reckons he owes us the money. Oh, no, we'll sort it out. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Every single one of yous is going to go up and apologise and say, I'm sorry for upsetting you, Eric. Because Eric's in our crew now, right? And we may or we may not stab the shit out of you by tea time, right?
Go back. Eric's armed up. 20 minutes time. Instead of crying and being all lonely, next thing you know, Eric's down on the muscle line. Suddenly, he's wearing an overcoat. Oh, it's 90 degrees in the fucking shade. I'm sweating like a pig. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a fucking tomahawk. Oh my God. Yeah, the screws are patting him down. They feel the bloody tomahawk. They look at him and go like that. Because he's standing next to me. They go, oh, another recruit. How mentally stable is he? I go, oh. And because there is nothing more frightening in jail than a psycho.
Now, I've also mentioned this in my videos before. There is not one thing worse in prison than a fucking psycho. And like, they are the worst of the worst. And you kind of have to, like a psycho, when I say psycho, I mean a dead set walking on eggshells. This person could fly off the handle and friggin' give you a Colombian necktie, you know, at the tip of a hat. But, you know, the absolute truth is that Chopper Read, regardless of what people say, and I've said this in videos when I do videos on Chopper Read, that guy was an absolute psychopath. And so the stories that he's telling about walking around with overcoats on with axes, you know, up his overcoat are 100% true. He's talking about the overcoat wars where him and his whole gang of nutcases went to war with the painters and dockers. So the guy was legitimately a nutcase. And yeah, like he said, there is nothing more worse or more feared in prison than a psychopath.
You can be a professional criminal, you can be a professional bank robber, you can be a professional thief, you can be a professional anything you like. But the most feared thing in the prison, the most feared thing in the criminal world is a fucking psycho. And basically these crims didn't come from my background. These were middle class people from middle class neighbourhoods that had got into crime.
Yeah.
They had no reason to even be in my world. You know, I didn't pick on blokes from my own background.
Yeah.
You know, these people were his father was a brain surgeon. He was a neurosurgeon.
Jesus.
You got people who have done 3 or 4 years in university who speak 3 or 4 languages, have travelled the world, who've been part of the cafe latte bloody set, and next thing you know, go to Bangkok and meet some little gook who wants to sell them some, and the next thing you know, they're drug lords. Then they meet me, the real thing, right? And they've got part of their money. Then these characters have got to sit down and try to figure out a gang war to go to war with someone, and this is not part of their culture. So the drug world has invited into it a whole heap of people that don't belong to the criminal world.
Don't have their apprenticeship.
They don't belong to the criminal world. They've done a day's jail. And they bump into characters like me. Gee, we never counted on this. Gee, we didn't expect this. You know, and their Zegna suits or whatever it is, and their mobile phones and their bloody BMWs. I mean, you can't kill people by belt them overhead with your American Express card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, people would see me in a nightclub and they'd see him blind, drunk, falling asleep on me spaghetti marinara. They'd say, oh, he hasn't got long to go. But as Churchill said, like Lady Astor said to Churchill, sir, you are drunk. He said, madam, you are ugly. In the morning I'll be sober. I should have been dead a dozen times. The time I fell asleep in the Italian restaurant, face down in my spaghetti marinara with my gun on the table, and they escorted me, and these people were friends of mine, and they escorted me to the toilets, cleaned me up and gave me my gun back. It was a miracle. That was a miracle. So, I wouldn't say that my survival was a result of my genius, more as a result of their stupidity.
So yeah, what a character. But like in this next bit, so this is like cut scenes from the movie that didn't make it into the movie. And yeah, so like cut scenes from the movie, and you actually see how good of a job that Eric Bana done playing Chopper Read. He done a really good job. I think he's a perfect character actor for this job. So apparently, they cast Russell Crowe to play Chopper first, but Eric Bana got the final take, and I think that they made the absolute right choice, as you're about to see.
And Hookie just used to cop it sweet, you know, because he used to go out every day to the main street to help the fishermen mend their nets.
Trying to be a good boy. He tried to be a good boy every day, work his fingers to the bone to help put food on the table for his poor mother. And every night he'd come home and complain. Oh, Mama, oh, Manuelo the butcher, he kicked me, he hurt me, he spit on me, he called me cripple, he said I should have been drowned at birth. His mother used to say to him, Hookie, you can't do nothing to Manuelo. Manuelo is too powerful. You must turn the other cheek. You know, like Jesus, turn the other cheek. That's all you gotta do. So every day, Hookie the cripple would walk down the main street. Like this. Manuelo the butcher would come out. Hookie! You dirty cripple. You filthy rotten cripple. Every day you fucking walk past my butcher shop. You bring bad luck onto me. You bring bad luck onto my customer. Play you fucking dog. Fucking kick him in the fucking gut and you belt him in the fucking head all the time. Fucking crack. Right? And every night Hookie would come home and complain, of course. Oh, Mama, oh. She wasn't much fucking help. But one day, she has this idea. She decides to make Hookie a bloody coat. A coat of many colours, kind of like in the Bible, one of those fucking things anyway. This beautiful rainbow coloured coat. So he's got his coat on. He's singing to himself the next day, you know. Manuelo the butcher, he can't hurt me no more. He'd be dazzled. He'd be blinded by this beautiful coat. So he's walking down the main street like this. And Manuelo the butcher sees Hookie coming from far off in the distance. He sees him and says, oh, Hookie, hey! Hey, little cripple, hey, Hookie, yeah, very nice coat. Beautiful coat, Hookie. Hookie's thinking to himself, by this stage, of course, you little bloody beauty. Fantastic, I'm sweet as a nut here. Man, very nice coat, give me a look at your coat. Fucking bash! Hey, yeah, fucking kick him in the head, fucking smash him in the head, and pull him into the gutter, put mud all over him, smear him with mud and all sorts of shit, right? And this went on every fucking day. For days, for weeks, for months. Hookie the cripple couldn't even walk down the main street where he bloody lived without getting bloody kicked and bashed and spat on by fucking Manuelo the butcher. Right? So anyway, time goes on, and Hookie, he turns 21. And his mother says to him, hey, Hookie, yeah, you're a man now. You're a man. And because you're a man, I'm going to give you something to help with your work mending the fishermen's nets. So she gives Hookie this great big fucking knife.
Well, there you go. Chopper Reed, The Lost Tapes, a weekend with Chopper Reed and Eric Bana. I searched high and low for this thing and, managed to get my hands on it. So I was absolutely stoked. Tell me what you guys think. And I hope that I've done this some justice and, tried to make it into a little bit of my own style. And, Chopper, what an absolute character. And so I do have this painting. It's at it's a picture actually. So it's at one of my mates' places. So it's a framed picture of Chopper Reed licking a meat cleaver, and it says to Biff, stick fat, stay staunch, never plead guilty, always Uncle Chop Chop. And so, yeah, that's at one of my mates' place. It's been there for years, actually. So it's just reminded me that I've got to pick this thing up, and I'll do a video on this as well. But yeah, Chopper Read, what an absolute legend. He's literally like a modern age Ned Kelly, if you ask me. And like, yeah, should definitely be seen like that. And yeah, Chopper Read, there you go. If there's anyone else you'd like me to do a video on in this underbellied most feared series, chuck it down there in the comments section of this video. I'll do my utmost best to get around to it. And yeah, if you guys haven't already subscribed, jump down there and shoot me a subscription. That'd be absolutely awesome. And if you hit that little bell icon, you'll never miss any of my clips again. And we also have paid memberships as well, guys. So you get members only content and members first content as well. And yeah, I have been the Chaos Chronicles. Don't do drugs and crime and you won't end up in prison.
The Chaos Chronicles.